Welcome back. I am so glad you are seeing this video today. This is Danielle Dinkelman. I am a National Board Certified Health and Wellness Coach, and I'm a plant-based nutrition educator. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today we are talking about 3 new beliefs you can work on adopting to create a more joyful life. Why am I talking about this? Well, all last month, if you were with me live or if you've been poking around my YouTube channel, Healthy Living with Danielle Dinkelman, you have noticed that we have a healthy weight loss series. And we just wrapped that up last month. Really talking about how to live a more joyful life, for me, comes very naturally after the ideas that we talked about in our healthy weight loss series. Because really what I want you to do in your health and wellness journey is to take your weight loss goal, put it in a pretty little box, and set it aside. I really want to help you just set that down and focus on creating a healthy life based on habits and routines and doing the best you can and being content in your progress on those behavior goals rather than those outcome goals of the number on the scale, right? So I had just started with a new client recently. And with every single new client that works with me in my one-on-one coaching or in our Vibrant Living group coaching program, we have them create a wellness blueprint. And the first part of that blueprint is their vision statement. Now, with this particular client, I loved how this whole thing came together for her, that really the crux of her journey was not anymore about losing weight. It was about creating a life worth living. It was about creating more joy. So I want to talk about joy this month, and we're going to do a series on tools and practices that you can adopt to create a more joyful life. So this first video, I really want to hone in on the mindsets behind whether we are or are not experiencing the amount of joy that we are capable of. So you may find yourself checking all the boxes, right? Doing all the things, doing all the shoulds and have-tos, and it might be leaving you feeling a little empty, a little dissatisfied, maybe a little disgruntled even. So I have worked with women for the last 3 going on 4 years now, and almost every single woman that I've worked with has had a degree of this feeling of, is this it? And so I have learned in my work with those women that there are 3 mindsets we need to start with, okay? So first of all, you may think subconsciously that you don't deserve to be happy or to have a joyful life. You don't deserve it. Maybe you believe subconsciously, right? This isn't a conscious decision. This isn't something you necessarily say, but sometimes it can be. It can be something that you say in your mind. You might be believing that life is supposed to be hard. It's just supposed to be hard. I'm not supposed to be happy or follow blissful, enjoyable things. You might believe that following those blissful and joyful things would be indulgent. You might believe that following blissful, enjoyable things in your life would be selfish. Okay, so you may or may not be aware of these mindsets, but maybe as I talk through these, maybe you can see where you have said things to others or said things to yourself that are supporting these, what I would call a limiting belief, right? It's this subconscious construct we've created for ourselves that is actually navigating our actions, which is creating the life that we're living. Okay, so those are the limiting beliefs that you could work on being more aware of. And here's some to replace it with, okay? What if you believed that life can be what you choose to make it? That life doesn't have to be hard. Life could be joyful. Life could be enjoyable, okay? Maybe life could be a little more doable, a little more manageable. Okay, fill in the blank. What do you want your life to look like or feel like? How about this one? I deserve to be joyful and happy. I deserve joy. I believe that. I believe that we are on this planet to explore what that looks like for us. All right, what about this? Instead of thinking that and believing that when you focus on creating more joy and satisfaction for yourself, that that is selfish, what if you believed that when you focus on joy and satisfaction for yourself, you actually are creating more goodness for everyone else? Okay. All right. And this is a big one for me. I believe that when you and I follow our bliss, follow our desires, follow our joy, we're actually following the God-given gifts that we came to this planet with to bless ourselves and others. What if you really believed that? Would that give you permission to follow your dreams? I know it sounds hokey. You've totally heard this before, but I want you to think about it again. Are you the one that's holding yourself back from experiencing more joy in your life? And if that's true, then guess what? You can do something about it. And it starts with these mindsets. I have lots more tools and practices for you that I'm really excited to share with you this month in this Joyful Living series. So stick with me this month. In the meantime, if you are curious about the work that I do in my coaching practice, you can go to danielledinkleman.com. You can click the link in the video description to join my email list. That will get you more coaching insights that I send via email every single week. I'm here to support you in not only becoming a healthier version of yourself, but a happier version of yourself. Those two things come hand in hand. And really, the more and more I work with the women in my Vibrant Living group coaching program, the more that this is confirmed to me, that the more we focus on designing and executing a joyful life that is catered specifically to the individual, of what sparks joy for them. That's what we're going to be talking about next week. Everything else gets easier. Everything else starts falling into place. This is so foundational. It's actually why I think within the first 3 chapters, I can't remember which chapter it is, in my book, If Diets Don't Work, What Does? The chapter title is The Joyful Life You Want, okay? Creating the life you want. You get to do that. The power is in your hands more than you realize. So hang with me if you want to learn more about this and if you want some more tools and strategies to create more joy in your life. All right, until then, we'll see you next time. Take care.